YouTube, this is Dawn and you're following DizsJourney. Today is January 24th, 2013, and I'm sorry but I'm holding the camera this way so I can make sure I can show you everything correctly. What I want to talk about today is, now that I'm on soft foods, just give you guys an idea of what it is that I'm actually eating each day and what the protein counts are on everything. So what I try to do is start my day off when I get up at 5 and have about 16 ounces of water. I had started at 8, but I've realized that I can manage 16 in the morning, so I do 16 ounces before I go to work. Next, I got this tip from TheCurvyJones. This is what she's having for breakfast, and basically, what it is eggs, cheese, and there's some sausage crumbled on the bottom, some breakfast sausage. So, I'm going to show you the products that I'm actually using. These containers have been a godsend. They've been really helpful. They're 4-ounce containers. So basically, I'm using these egg whites. You can use any liquid egg whites, and I'm scrambling them. I've been doing half a serving, but I was just told that I need to increase my calories a little bit, so I'm going to try a full serving of egg, which will be 6 grams of protein. Also, I'll use a half a slice of American cheese. I'll probably break that down to 2%, but this is what was available. And this has, a half a slice has 2 grams of protein. And I found these Morningstar sausage patties, which are vegetarian, really low calorie, really low fat, and 10 grams of protein for one of these. So I only eat a half, and that's 5 grams of protein. So for my breakfast, I'm having the egg white, the half a cheese slice, half a veggie patty for a total of 13 grams of protein. Then for my snack, usually I'm really into shrimp, so I take 2 ounces of shrimp, and I just kind of cut it up into small pieces so I can eat it in the size I need, and throw some cocktail sauce on top. And that's a great snack for me. And I'm just using frozen, pre-cooked, you know, the less work the better. 5160 count is about 8 shrimp, will give you about 2 ounces. And that will also give me 13 grams of protein. For lunch, what I have is, looks kind of weird, but basically what I have is I take some of these Tyson grilled and ready chicken breast strips, and I take about 1.5 ounces of that, which is 11.5 grams of protein. I like the texture of these. They're not, you know, you always hear about chicken being hard to handle and how it's dry. This is very, very moist. And I basically just let it defrost in the refrigerator and chop it up. And then I'll throw in some of this taco seasoning mix in there to season it up. I add a little bit of Sargento reduced fat 4-cheese Mexican, which gives me about 2 grams of protein. And I top it off with, oh, I forgot to pull it out. It's a mango and, wait, let me grab it. Hold on. Okay, it's a mango and a peach and mango salsa. It's really good. It's spicy, but it's really, really good. So to give it some taste. And for my lunch, that's a total of, of 13.5 grams of protein. So, as you know, at this stage of the game, everything is all about protein. During the day at work, I found this really gigantic mug at, where did I get this? Target. And it's a 34-ounce mug, so I figure I won't be filling it directly to the top, so about 32 ounces. And I know that when I'm at work, I need to finish one of these. And yes, this is a straw. They tell us don't drink with straws. But it was interesting, as I was reading through my paperwork, they actually said once you got to soft foods, there was a note like, if you're using a straw and you're feeling gassy, discontinue use. So I figured that meant I could use a straw, and I tried it and I don't feel gassy. So that works. And it's a good way for me to get, you know, I sip on this all day long, and I'm able to get in 32 ounces plus the 16 I've already had in the morning. So by the time I get home, I don't have that much to do. When I'm leaving work, usually what I'm having is a lunch meat roll-up. And I don't know if you can see it, but I take, I wanted to show you the inside. Basically what I'll do is I'll take some turkey breasts, about an ounce of that, which is 4.5 grams of protein. I take a string cheese, which is 7 grams of 7 grams of, still not doing it right, 7 grams of protein. And because I like the spice, but I can't handle a whole one, I slice this in half the long way, and I add it in between the, I also slice the mozzarella cheese and kind of make like a cheese sandwich, and then wrap it with the lunch meat and just a little bit of Miracle Whip Light, because a sandwich isn't a sandwich without Miracle Whip. And that's pretty good. So altogether, that gives me 13.5 grams of protein. This is actually about 2.5 ounces, which is the most I'm generally eating at any one time. And it seems to go down really fast, so I have to be really careful with this, that I'm not doing too much. Usually when I get home, I'm still trying to get a little bit of extra protein in, because, you know, that's the name of the game, is protein. So I try to have 1 or 2 cups of milk. I'm lactose intolerant, so I go for the lactose free. And that'll give me, each cup of milk has 8 grams of protein, so I'll get an additional 8 to 16 grams of protein. Sometimes I'll put in, if I'm doing bad on my protein for the day, I'll add in some unflavored protein or do something like that. Also, usually in the afternoon is when I just started doing this, is when I start adding in fiber in the afternoon. So right now I'm only at like 1 teaspoon. For dinner, usually I have a repeat of what I had for lunch, so I'll either have the shrimp again, or I'll have the chicken. I'll probably maybe this weekend or next week try to make some fish and see how that goes. I'm just lazy and I don't want to cook, so that's what's going on there. But then I'll try to have at least another 16 ounces of water by the end of the day. And that's pretty much what I'm eating and what I'm doing is for food. I'm a creature of habit, so I don't mind having the same things over and over again. So basically, with my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, and my AM and PM snack, I'm getting in about 66 grams of protein, plus another 8 to 16 with the milk. And that's what I'm eating. So thanks for viewing my menu for tomorrow, and have a great day. Once again, this is Dawn, and you're following DizsJourney. Have a blessed one.